What is going on, 27 squad? It's KB back with another OTA practice recap. This is practice number 6 out of 10 as we inch closer to training camp in the preseason, things like that. OTAs are just, the appetizers of, football right now for the NFL. We get to see a little glimpse of these new players and these veteran players on the field together. Keep in mind, guys, if you guys want to see my positional previews, which is a series in which I go over every single player on the New York Giants right now, going by positions, I will leave a card up above for the playlist. Make sure you guys check that out for any new coming visitors and things like that. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well. So we are talking about OTA number 6. Now, as always, we're going to start off with the standout players of the day. And for this one, Dan Solomon wrote this one. I kind of like when John Schmuck writes the articles. I don't know why, just personal preference, because he just adds more interesting stuff in there. But one of our standout players is inside linebacker Tay Davis. He is our starting nickel linebacker. Don't get that confused with starting inside linebacker. He's a starting nickel backer, which is a certain package in the nickel defense. He will start aside with Alec Ogletree. You kind of need the more faster, rangy linebackers. Not necessarily more skilled, but more faster and rangy type guys in that nickel spot. So that's why he earned it. But he's making some plays so far in the OTAs. I believe he never got a standout of the day, but he was mentioned early on in the OTAs. But it says here, the inside linebacker has been running with the first team in certain packages this spring, nickel package, and he earned his keep today. First, Davis broke up a pass intended for tight end Rhett Ellison during the 2-minute drill. Later on, he got an interception over the middle and would have returned it for a touchdown. After making the team as an undrafted rookie last year, Davis played 14 games with 4 starts, including the final 2 weeks. He recorded 32 tackles on the year with 2 sacks and 4 quarterback hits. Playing next to Alec Ogletree must be paying off for Davis after his veteran counterpart had 5 interceptions in 2018, yada, 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 yada. But so we're seeing some growth in Tay Davis. Now, I don't think he's anything spectacular. I don't think he's anything better than what we had with Ray Armstrong a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and a little bit this year. I believe he got cut last year. But, Ray Armstrong was there. He was fine. He made some flashes, but really nothing special. That's kind of what I see in Tay Davis. Hopefully he can develop. I wish a lot of our starters would develop and actually be good, but I really don't have too much optimism right now. This is practice. But he did pick off Eli Manning. It seems like everybody's picking off Eli Manning here in these OTAs. I really don't know what's going on. But we'll talk about Daniel Jones in just a second. Oh, speaking of, Daniel Jones shows up as the next standout here. And before I start reading this, listen, Daniel Jones has been one of the best, if not the best quarterback this OTA for the New York Giants. He's been looking like the best quarterback in the OTAs for the Giants. Sure, he started off with the third team, then he worked his way up to second team, and he's playing more consistently with the second team. And he's not in first team, and Eli Manning's playing with the first team, but he's just looking so much more smoother. So in the pocket, his balls are coming out a lot better. He's able to tight spiral the football. He has perfect arm strength. He's really developing into something I haven't expected, something I didn't expect from Daniel Jones. He is actually looking like a rookie first round pick, ready to take the job. That's what he honestly looks like to me. When we drafted him, obviously everybody was like, up in arms because he wasn't ready and he's not even close to being a first round pick, but he's looking good right now. He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing as a 6th overall pick right now. Yes, he isn't blowing away anybody in practice, like super blowing away, but he's really, really exceeding expectation. He shut my mouth. He's shutting a lot of people's mouths. He's looking really good. By the way, shout out to Q-Dog because he's probably very happy I just said that. So let's read on about Daniel Jones. The 6th overall pick capped off the second week of OTAs with one of his best practices, racking up completions from one-on-one drills to 2-minute situations to regular team periods. While there weren't many wow highlights for the offense, the ball seldom hit the ground over the arms of Jones. I don't know what that means. I don't know why he said it like that, but that's weird. Anyway, I don't speak journalist. The Duke product had special connections with the wide receiver Corey Coleman and tight end Garrett Dickerson throughout the morning Jones did some damage during the 2-minute drill throwing in their direction as both targets have been stacking solid practices. Coleman made a great touchdown catch in the back of the corner of the end zone in Wednesday's practice, and Dickerson has started to accumulate receptions. Wide receiver Benny Fowler also had a strong showing on Friday, highlighted by a pair of touchdowns from Eli Manning during one-on-one drills in the red zone. So it really says how Daniel Jones is spreading the ball out. He's making good plays. He's not just focusing on one player. He's really spreading the ball out. Corey Coleman, Benny Fowler, Garrett Dickerson, all these guys are spreading the ball out and throwing the ball well to each target, even though they're all different shapes and sizes and speeds and things like that. So he's really being consistent. And John Schmelk does say that. This is Dan Solomon writing this, but John Schmelk does say that in the sideline notes that he's been really consistent. So nothing out of the ordinary, that we're getting from Daniel Jones. You know what to expect from him. And our last standout is Jabril Peppers. Says here, sometimes playing safety is just about being at the right place at the right time. Peppers is making a habit of it in the OTAs, grabbing his second interception in 6 OTA practices off a redirected pass. Today he got help from cornerback Janoris Jenkins, who got enough of the ball to have it miss Ellison and go into the hands of the newcomer from Cleveland. Peppers is teaming up with the veteran Antoine Bethea in a new-look safety tandem. The defensive coordinator James Betcher is utilizing their experience playing both safety positions. This is what I like about Antoine Bethea and Jabril Peppers. These are guys that are very similar. They play both safety. They play. I think Antoine Bethea calls it back safety and down safety. Basically, free, strong safety. However you want to say it. They play both positions. I think Antoine Bethea is coming into this one being a strong safety, and Jabril is going to be the free. But I'm sure they're going to switch it up, and that's really going to confuse defenses. They're definitely going to disguise packages and things like that, disguise coverage, things like that. So, I'm happy with what we have so far from the guys, from the safety. We now look at the sideline notes. So we'll start off with the first paragraph here. It says the first portion of practice was red zone one-on-ones between the wide receiver and quarterbacks. The offense was very precise during most of the drill, completing several passes for touchdowns. Benny Fowler ran an inside slant for a touchdown on the third play of the session. Corey Coleman made a great jumping catch on a fade route. On the very next play, Russell Shepard won on a fade. The defense rebounded and made some nice plays in the middle of the session, but the offense finished strong with more touchdowns. I was impressed with the precision of the offense, especially on fade plays, which can be tough to complete. So this is obviously, the first team offense, as Benny Fowler and Corey Coleman are really dishing it out for that number 3 wide receiver spot. Oh, are they ever right now? Every single OTA since like the third OTA, you've been hearing Corey Coleman and Benny Fowler's name, and they're all making plays. They're all scoring touchdowns, making nice catches. So I'm really excited for this competition. Corey Coleman and Benny Fowler are competing. This is what we want to see. I love it. So here are some situational stuff, some script stuff for the offense. There was another long 2-minute situational period in today's practice script. The offense got the ball on their own 25-yard line with 1 timeout and 1 minute and 54 seconds left to go on the clock, needing a field goal to win the game. The first team offense converted a key 3rd and 10, and Eli Manning hit wide receiver Golden Tate for a first down. On the very next play, Manning hit a wide open Sterling Shepard down the right sideline for a big gain inside the 20-yard line. There might have been blown coverage on the play. Manning then drained the clock, setting up a chip shot field goal with 5 seconds left. So he wins that situational thing there. So Golden Tate and Sterling Shepard are still picking through offenses, doing what they do best. It's looking great right now for the first team offense. The second group had similar success, steadily marching the ball down the defensive territory with a big play coming from Daniel Jones to Garrett Dickerson completion for over the middle that brought the ball to the 33-yard line. One more completion, and a few runs later, the team was ready to kick a short field goal with 5 seconds left on the clock. Third team defense forced 4 incompletions and quickly won their scenario. The first team offense won their situational. The second team offense won their situational, and the third team offense did not win. The third team defense won their situational. Then it mentions Tay Davis having that incompletion in the 2-minute drill and then picking off Eli Manning, and basically it was a pick 6. Also, the Jenkins defenders, not Janoris Jenkins, actually two different Jenkins, John Jenkins and edge rusher Alex Jenkins. I don't know too much about these guys. I know John Jenkins, we signed him last year. Don't know too much about the Alex Jenkins guy. I'll have to do more research on him. But apparently they were living in the backfield during the perimeter period, and during blitz, when they do like blitz portions and stuff like that, like intentional blitzing and things like that. It says Alex Jenkins was in position for a sack on 3 straight plays. So that's insane. And it also mentioned DeAndre Baker, how he's barely noticeable in practice. That's only because they're not throwing his way. So maybe he's like Revis Island of the New York Giants right now, New York Giants practice and OTAs. Nobody wants to throw his way. I am getting a little worried that nobody's testing him and trying to see what he has. And if they are testing him, is he getting beat in coverage? Is he breaking up the play? I kind of want them to test him. So I just don't want him to not be bothered at all. And then Jabril Peppers also had an interception. I forgot to mention that when talking about the standouts. But Jabril Peppers also had an interception, right place at the right time, sort of situation for him. And that's it, guys. Daniel Jones is really impressing right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You guys know I was so critical about Daniel Jones, but I'm starting to like him now. He's playing like a first-round pick in practice right now. He's developing. You're seeing his mistakes. You're seeing what he does right. You're seeing what he does wrong. You're seeing what he's learning from, things like that. He's really consistent. His throws are just on point. Perfect arm strength. Perfect trajectory. Perfect guidance. Perfect spiral. Everything. It's looking really good for Daniel Jones. So all that being said, for all Giants news and NFL news alike, I'm Kid Blue, and I will see you guys in the next video.